At the very top, about 40,000 white colonists divided into two groups. The Grand Blancs, big whites, were wealthy plantation owners. Many had never done physical labor in their lives. They lived in luxury, surrounded by enslaved servants while their plantations ran on terror. Below them were the Petits Blancs, small whites, who were overseers, artisans, and merchants. They were often poor, resentful, and violently racist to maintain their status above people of color. The middle tier was occupied by the gens de couleur libre, free people of color. These were mixed race descendants of white planters and enslaved African women, and some were formerly enslaved people who had purchased their freedom. Many gens de couleur owned property. Some even owned enslaved people themselves. They were educated, wealthy, and culturally French. But under the Code Noir, the Black Code, they faced over 100 legal restrictions.
They couldn't wear the same clothing as whites. They couldn't sit with whites in church. They couldn't hold political office or testify against whites in court. Despite their wealth, they were considered inherently inferior because of their African blood. This created a bitter resentment that would later fuel the revolution. At the bottom of the pyramid, about 500,000 enslaved Africans. They were the majority. They produced all the wealth, and they remembered freedom. Many had been born in Africa. They spoke Kikongo, Fon, Wolof, Bambara. They practiced Vodou, a sophisticated spiritual system that combined West African religions with elements of Catholicism. And they knew something the planters had forgotten. They outnumbered their oppressors more than 10 to 1. On July 14th, 1789, revolutionaries in Paris stormed the Bastille prison. The French Revolution had begun. The revolutionaries proclaimed liberty, equality, and fraternity. They declared the rights of man, but they didn't mean all men. When the gens de couleur in Saint-Domingue demanded equal rights based on these revolutionary principles, the white colonists refused. When enslaved people heard about liberty and equality, they asked a simple question: does this apply to us? The white planters panicked. They knew their entire society rested on a lie, that black people were naturally inferior and suited for slavery.